Musk is by far one of the most polarizing people, arguably, on the planet at the moment, with some people absolutely loving him and some people absolutely hating him, and they're not really being too much of a middle ground. Well, he's very outspoken when it comes to the UFO topic, and especially recently, as he has obviously got SpaceX. Now, he said, quote, SpaceX has roughly 6,000 satellites, and not once have we had to maneuver around a UFO. Elon Musk on UFOs and aliens. Now, he's very outspoken when it comes to the topic of aliens, and I find it interesting because, obviously, for someone who's very involved within space, alright, there's like literally SpaceX launches like every other week. You'd have thought if there's someone that's seen aliens, it would be this guy. Well, would that necessarily be the case? Because this guy has flip-flopped between believing and not believing in aliens so much that I just think it's mouth music at this point. But here's his most recent interview when he was speaking about SpaceX, aliens, and all the rest of it. Take a little listen to this.
I've not seen any evidence of aliens, and SpaceX with the Starlink constellation has roughly 6,000 satellites. And not once have we had to maneuver around a UFO. Okay, so we were like, hey, what's that? Is that an alien? Has occurred never. So I'm like, okay, I don't see any evidence of aliens, and I look at it. If somebody has evidence of aliens in a, that's not just a fuzzy blob. Then I'd love to see it, love to hear about it, but I don't think there is. So, which is actually reason for concern, because you could, if any civilization in the Milky Way, in our galaxy, were to last for 1 million years, even with a speed of travel that's far below the speed of light, like a few percent of speed of light, they could easily have explored and colonized the whole galaxy. So they haven't. So why not? I think the answer might be, or perhaps probably is, that civilization is precarious and rare, and that you should really think of human civilization as being like a tiny candle in a vast darkness, and we should do everything possible to ensure that that candle does not go out.
Now, I completely agree with the sentiment in the end there. Obviously, as far as we know, we are a tiny candle in a vast darkness, all right? And, of course, we don't want that candle to go out because that would literally mean the end of the human race. Pretty standard gig, right? But I feel like Elon Musk, for as brilliant and as smart as he is, all right? There's no denying that he's one of the smartest people on the planet. There's a reason he is the richest man on Earth. And it's not because he just bumbled his way there, but I just find it so weird when you have things like this, where when Elon Musk was talking a couple of weeks ago at his SpaceX launch, he's talking about consciousness and kind of colonizing the universe, all right? Take a little listen to this, because it's like listening to two different people, because you've obviously got that sentiment that you just had, which is, like, let's just focus on the here and now and us. But then you've got stuff like this.
When you think about the question of where are the aliens, which I get asked a lot, this is like the Fermi paradox. Where are the aliens? And I've not seen any evidence that there are aliens on Earth. A lot of people think there are aliens on Earth, and I'm like, great, I'd like to meet one. For a while there, when I was getting my green card and everything, it said alien registration card. I'm like, okay.
That awkward moment when he just busts jokes and it just doesn't land. He can't stick the landing of jokes, can it? It's a bit awkward, but he plays it off well.
But this question of where are the aliens is, I think, a very profound one, because I'm aware of no evidence of aliens whatsoever, which means that I think we're probably alone. And if you look at the history of Earth, like how long has Earth been around? Assuming that physics is correct, the universe is about 13.8 billion years old. Earth is about 4.5 billion years old. When you think about how old is civilization, I think the right measuring point for civilization, in my view, or a good measuring point, would be the advent of writing. So the first writing is generally considered to be the ancient Sumerians. Where are they now? They died out, but about 5,500 years ago, it was archaic pre-cuneiform. In fact, I suggest it's like an interesting rabbit hole to read about the history of writing. So if you consider, say, like, okay, civilization, I think if you don't have writing, you kind of need writing for civilization. So
now, this is one bugbear of mine. It's like, his idea is you need writing for civilization, right? Do you, though? Like, surely the basis of civilization is just a colony of people that co-inhabit. Like, that's what I deem civilization to be, right? Like, cavemen predate writing to a degree because they had their own form of writing in, like, the weird pictures that they would draw on the cave walls that you see in, like, Ice Age and stuff. You know, that predates writing, you know? Like, so surely civilization would start there. Like, civilization should surely start, no matter what your beliefs are, whether it be from the Big Bang and evolution or whether it be from Adam and Eve, whatever. Civilization would be the start of humans on Earth. Like, surely. But that's just my take.
So it's only been around for like a little over 5,000 years out of 4.5 billion years that Earth has been around and the 13.8 billion years of the universe. So all of human civilization is basically the blink of an eye. It's like just a fraction. It's nothing. And I think that probably means that consciousness is incredibly rare. And perhaps fleeting. It may not last for very long. Because otherwise I think we would have seen aliens, some kind of sign of aliens. I think the most likely explanation is that consciousness is so rare that and does that consciousness actually extend to another planet? Does that consciousness extend to another star system? I mean, ultimately, if we're able to become a spacefaring civilization, a multi-planet species, and ultimately a multi-stellar species, and go out there and explore all these star systems, I think we may find that there are many long-dead one-planet civilizations.
Now, he's literally just bumbling his way through sentences here. Like, clearly, he doesn't have a clue what he's talking about because there's huge pauses and he's like, starts something, and then he goes off on a tangent, and then that tangent leads to another tangent. And it's like, he can't stay consistent with his story, which is so infuriating because people like Elon Musk, we should be looking to for the answers. But, you know, maybe, you know, fair enough. Maybe people are like, well, actually, you know, people like Elon Musk exist where there is like, show me the smoking gun and I'll believe in aliens. Show me the video of an alien, actual alien or an actual UFO. But for some people, it's about reading between the lines. Like, you know, we've got a lot of, there's evidence in a lack of evidence, okay? And what I mean by that is, you've got all of these cover-ups and all of these people coming forward and saying these strange things, all right? And why is it whenever something, let's take the Eglin UFO for example, recently, where there was the UFO report from Arrow who went out and they said, you know, the Eglin UFO was nothing more than a balloon. It was a lighter than air object, which was just basically a balloon. Okay, so the balloon is a balloon according to Arrow. All of the information was recorded within the document, or so we thought. And then there was a Freedom of Information Act that was released by Ross Coulthart, which basically said that there are videos of the Eglin UFO that will not be released by Arrow or the Pentagon because it is strictly classified. But why is that strictly classified when you've told us that it's just a balloon? Surely there's nothing to hide or worry about if it's just a balloon. Show us the evidence. Show us the videos that you've got. We know you've got it because the Freedom of Information Act told us that you actually have it and you won't declassify it to show us. But it's a balloon. So what's there to hide? That's the question. And for someone like me, I see that as proof. Proof that there's something to hide. Is it necessarily aliens or UFOs? I don't know. I haven't seen it. So unfortunately, I can't say. But to me, it stinks that there's some kind of evidence there, because why else would they want to keep it classified if it was just a balloon? Makes you think, doesn't it? But for someone like Elon Musk, he needs to see the smoking gun. But that's only recently. Obviously, during the whole SpaceX endeavors, he's kind of really had this change of heart, because about 3 years ago, there was a thing on CTV News where Elon Musk claimed that the Egyptian pyramids were without a doubt built by aliens. And the Egyptian people were so certain that this was not the case that they actually invited Elon Musk to visit the Great Pyramids of Giza to take a look around for himself. Take a little listen to this, because it shows how flippant this guy truly is. Right, US billionaire and Tesla CEO Elon Musk has invited to the Great Pyramids of Giza, after claiming that they were built by aliens. Right, so this is the tweet that he made. Aliens built by the pyramids. Obs. Ramses II was a cool dude. Great Pyramids, the tallest structure ever made by humans for 3,800 years. 3,800 years. Elon Musk also tweeted that the Pharaoh II, who started the Giza building project, may have also been an alien. Egypt's Minister of International Cooperation responded to Musk's claims by inviting him to come and see the pyramids for himself. I invite you and SpaceX to explore the writings of how the pyramids were built, and so you can check out the Tomb of the Pyramids. Mr. Musk, we are waiting for you. The tombs first discovered in the 1990s belonged to the people who worked on the pyramids of Giza. The tombs of the builders showed that some 10,000 labourers worked on the pyramids, which were built as final resting places for Egyptian royalty. So that's exactly where we kind of stand. Alright, so here it says, the Great Pyramid of Giza is one of the oldest of 7 wonders of the ancient world, built more than 4,000 years ago. That was very blurry, so I couldn't really make it out too well. But how can a man who literally stands in front of people at SpaceX cons and, you know, and all these like conferences and talks, stand there and say, I've seen no evidence of aliens, so they don't exist. You know, life is so fleeting. It's just a blink of an eye and it's over. Like, there are no aliens out there. But then he claims, like, years ago that the pyramids were built by aliens, and Ramses II, who started the production of the pyramids of Giza, was also an alien. It makes no sense. The dude is so backwards. And I know people in the comment section will be like, Elon is an alien. Maybe he is. Maybe he's just trying to throw us off the scent. Who knows? Maybe he's come down to Earth to try and develop our society. But what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. Sorry about my ramblings about the Eglin UFO case as well. It's just, I'm still up a height about that. Anyway, while you're down there talking about it, be sure to jump scare the hell out of that like button if you have not already. Subscribe if you're new. Tick on my little bell so you get notified whenever we upload. And until next time, guys, I hope that you have enjoyed. I cannot wait to see you in the next one, and I'll speak to you later. Peace.